This is Fox 8 News at 5:30 p.m.
A top Corps of Engineers official and the head of FEMA face tough questions from members of the state's congressional delegation over Hurricane Isaac.
It follows catastrophic storm flooding in communities outside the city. Sabrina Wilson has that.
And John, Senator Mary Landrieu says the Corps has known for decades that areas like St. John Parish needed more flood protection. She and others say it's time out for studies. They want action. The worst damage Hurricane Isaac wrought in this area is measured in water. Floodwaters from heavy rains and storm surge inundated St. John Parish, Lower Plaquemines, Lower Jefferson Parish, and Slidell and St. Tammany Parish. And now members of Louisiana's congressional delegation are working across party lines to send a message.
Louisiana is desperately in need of more levees, pumps, flood control structures, wetlands restoration, and we need it now.
During a Senate field hearing held in Gretna, Senators Mary Landrieu and David Vitter, along with Congressman Cedric Richmond, pressed a top Corps official for answers on why areas just outside of the city of New Orleans suffered so much flooding during Isaac.
We owe it to the taxpayers of our nation, and most importantly to the citizens of Louisiana that are on the wrong side of the levee and the Gulf Coast, to reverse the federal government's trend of shortchanging vital flood protection.
We spend too much time in the huddle, and we don't go run the plays. And that's what we're going to have to do. And it seems like we're just stuck on planning and not executing.
A question on many people's minds is whether the upgraded levees and floodgates protecting New Orleans came at the expense of nearby communities.
We did extensive modeling of 152 storm tracks, literally thousands of variations on those storms. And what that told us that there would be very minor induced flooding.
The Corps says Isaac's track defied all their models.
All of our focus has to be on getting that needed protection to those other areas.
It's critical. We're the next open slot. We suggested that there may be a problem.
In Plaquemines Parish, our federal levees held up greatly. It's the areas that didn't have the federal protection.
In Jefferson Parish, we're talking about Lafitte, Crown Point, and Barataria that have flooded 4 times within the last 7 years.
We are still, as the other parishes also are feeling effects from Katrina. We still have issues that we're dealing with even back then, and to have these on top of those issues.
But saying that the federal government should send billions more this way for additional flood protection is one thing. Getting it done in Washington is another.
This is going to be a very tough fight.
But they say it's worth the fight to prevent such devastation in the future. Mary Landrieu says it's outrageous that the Corps' construction budget is only about $1.6 billion for the entire country. She says Louisiana alone could use that amount for its flood protection. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Sabrina. The State Transportation Department will make another pass for Isaac debris in several